What's up, everybody? Anonymous Crypto Guy back here with another video. Life got crazy. A lot of major life events happened at a combination of time, and got behind in school, got behind in everything else. I'm in a master's program, which is academically challenging as in itself. And then a bunch of other things happened, and life's life. I have not left the space. I have not left the project. I have not left the community. It took a small back burner, and for that I apologize. But it is what it is, right? I'm back. Let's get into it. I'll kind of just pick up where I left off, and we'll start from the beginning, right? So Bitcoin is pretty much doing what I said it would be doing. It tested the 50s. It stayed a little bit above it. It hit its all-time highs right here, 72K. That's been its record high. And then we're down here consolidating, starting to run sideways. People are starting to freak out, right? Because they're thinking we've been in a bull run. If you've been listening to me for the last 5 months, you guys know that I'm adamant on the fact that we were not in the bull run. We were in a pre-bull run. So what happened was we hit the halving and we hit the start of what the bull run was supposed to happen. And then what happened? People bought the anticipation. They were buying it all right here. And then they sold the news, right? Bought the anticipation, sold the news. This was probably, 20-something days before the halving. 73,000 all-time high. What happened was people probably thought, hey, it could probably touch 80, but then it's obviously going to dump after the halving because a lot of people that were holding their bags, they knew that we weren't in a bull run yet. We were just in a pre-hyped bull run or in a pre-hyped market. But the halving officially is here. We're about 3 weeks into it, and we're excited to see where it takes us, right? TitanX. People say it's dead. I don't think so. Are these the lows right here? Is this the bottom? I'm not sure. I could see us retesting it. I'm not going to try to draw some fancy lines on a graph. You guys know me. I preach, standing behind your research, right? Obviously, you got people like this over here that are saying that it's a scam because Richard Hart is behind this project. Obviously, nobody's heard of Jake Sharp, right? Let's just cover TitanX real quick, like everybody else is, right? We're officially we've been officially well under $1 billion for the miners. This is exciting. I told you guys it was going to happen. It's inevitable. Everybody knew that it was going to happen. This really happened at a really quick rate, though. It was like one day, it was like day 150 something, and we were still at $1 billion. And next thing I know, a month and like 5 weeks later, here we are. Like, this is going to get insane. If you believe in this project and this number right here doesn't make you excited, I don't know what to tell you. On top of this, it pays to be early. It pays to be early, ladies and gentlemen. It definitely pays to be early. In the past 24 hours, we've had 3 miners start. We've had 1 new user and 5 new stakes. Guys, this is kind of crazy because, you do the math right here, 1.7K. That tells you that the 3 miners that started, not all of them or any of them were full term 100% powered miners, which is crazy because when we really get into we're starting to get into the hyperdeflationary, but when we really get into the hyperdeflationary, these numbers are going to be gone. The only reason why it's you're negative is because the price of ETH is pumping, which I don't think even after the bull run. If we see a bull run, I don't think we'll see a below a 3,000 Ethereum. I think in a bull run, as you guys know, I think we'll see a 7 to 10,000, maybe a slightly above to 11,000 Ethereum if we hit a bull run. I don't see us consolidating back below 3. So really, in my opinion, we won't see profitable miners for a very long time until the price of TitanX pumps. But in my opinion, I think it's inevitable that we will pump because, this is our, as I have been saying, this is our saving grace right here, right? This is our savings, so to speak. You got almost 20 million right here. So for a 300 and something, 302,000 market cap. I say let this price go as low as possible, and honestly, I'm starting to think that this is going to be a project that pumps and is successful after the bull run, if we do hit a bull run. So I keep saying if we hit a bull run, let's talk about some stuff, right? Because you go on YouTube and you look at these influencers and they're all over Twitter and everyone's saying the bull run's here, the bull run's here, the bull run's here. I've said it time and time again, and I will continue to say it. Will a bull run happen? We don't know, right? Should it happen? Sure. If it follows historical trends, we should see a bull run because the halving just happened. Every 4 years, it kicks off a bull run. But there are a lot of things going on right now that not a lot of influencers are talking about, and it's either because they don't want to talk about it or they're not focusing on talking about it, right? The Fed, I have said it 4 months ago. I said it 5 months ago. I've been saying it long before I was making videos. If the Fed does not cut rates, if Americans and the average person cannot afford to live and simply go to the grocery store and pay their bills, they're not going to invest in something as speculative as crypto, right? The stock market is one thing, right? That's like where everybody puts their money, and it's where it's considered safe, right? If you put $100,000 in the stock market over 30 years and you don't watch it, you're going to be in profit, right? Just the average return on the S&P for a year is roughly 10%, right? Or the minimum that we've had in the last 18 years, I think, is 8.1% or 8.21%, something like that, right? Yeah, those are considered safe. If people aren't putting their money into stuff like that, they're not going to put it into something as speculative as the crypto market. That's just my opinion, right? So let's talk about why we're not really moving in a direction that people think that we should be moving. The Fed was supposed to cut rates. They were supposed to cut them. It was anticipated that they were going to cut it in their first meeting, which was last week. They didn't do that. So now we're looking into the summer. Now we're looking into June. The Fed has to cut rates in June. Will it happen? In my opinion, I don't think so. I think the Fed will cut rates. I want to say sometime in the fall, right before election. I'm not trying to get political on this channel. We'll leave politics out of it. It is what it is. But we have to look at this from a rational perspective and call a spade, right? They're going to try to cut rates. They said they were going to try to cut rates 3 to 4 times. I don't think that will happen either. I don't see them cutting rates 4 times considering the fact that we're in May and they haven't even cut once. They can't just cut, election, vote Democrat, right? They can't just do that. So will the Fed cut rates? I think they have to. I think they will, but it won't be 4 times, right? Inflation continues to rise. They thought that we would see a decrease in inflation. We saw an increase in February. We saw an increase in March, and we saw an increase in April. Right? It's continuously rising. We're almost at 5%, and we're 5 months into the year for inflation for this year. So they're not going to cut interest rates until they see a slow on inflation. Because by them cutting interest rates, that puts more money back into the market, which then makes inflation increase more. So the Fed isn't going to cut, in which case, if they're not going to cut, Interest rates aren't going to go down. People are continuing to not be able to afford, are continuing to not be able to finance things to buy. So what are they doing? They're not spending money, right? The Fed the government has even went as far to say that it's the consumer's fault that we're finding ourselves in the issues that we are with such high inflation and interest rates. I mean, it's almost comical at this point. So will we see a big pump in the market? I don't know. I really, really don't. I hope that we do for our sake, because obviously everybody that's watching this is interested in the crypto space, right? And we need a bull market to come so that we can all make money. And then guess what? Inflation really doesn't matter because we bought TitanX super early, and we're multimillionaires. That's what we're all hoping for, right? Will that happen? That's the $1 million question. That's something that a lot of the influencers aren't talking about. They're not taking other markets into consideration, right? And that's something that I'm trying to preach to you guys, that it's not just the halving happened. The bull market is 100% guaranteed to happen because it's happened the last 4 years. So if I was a betting man, which I am, I would bet on the fact that it's going to happen for a fifth, right? That's how everybody is looking at this, right? We're all degenerates. We're all in crypto. No matter how long you've been in crypto, we're in crypto. So we're considered the degenerates of investing, right? So everybody's looking at it from this perspective of, if I'm a betting man, which I am because I'm a freaking degenerate and I'm in crypto, I'm going to bet that the bull market's going to happen, right? But every influencer and everybody that's thinking like that, which is 98 to 99% of the entire space, is not taking into consideration that we are seeing things that we have not seen in a very long time in this country, and we are also seeing things that this market has never seen. The crypto market has never seen a 34-year all-time high inflation for the nation. The crypto market has not seen people not being able to afford housing. The crypto market has not seen you go and get 2 drinks and a sandwich from Starbucks and it's $29 and then they want a tip for doing their job. The crypto market has not seen Americans and a good part of the world that's in crypto not being able to afford normal things, right? A 6-figure salary, making $100,000 a year 5, 6, 7 years ago was a good income. Nowadays, it's a freaking joke, right? It's crazy, and nobody's getting raises. We live in a time where the average car payment is, I mean, I've seen multiple different reports. Some of the reports say 680, and the other reports say almost all the way up to the high sevens. We live like that used to get you the nicest, highest trim Ford F350 that you could buy. That was the platinum F350, and you bought all the bells and whistles, and then you financed it for 48 months, and your payment still wasn't $800. I know people with $1,200, $1,300 car payments, and trust me when I say they can't afford it. I don't know how they're paying it, right? But people are paying it. The consumers are paying it. And this market, this crypto market that's so speculative as it is, has not seen anything like this. We are in a housing crisis, a housing shortage. We are on the brink of chaos. And if that's the case, people aren't going to throw their money into fake currency. And that's what this market needs. We have been hovering above the $2 trillion market cap for a very long time, going on the better half of a year, anticipating a bull run. But for a bull run to happen, we need a huge influx of money. We need grandmoms asking their grandchildren at their birthday party how they buy Bitcoin, right? We need everybody on the news talking about it. That's what a bull market is. When you go to work, when you're standing in line, when you're going to church, or when you're going to the gym, and the person next to you or the person in front of you or around you, and all you hear is this coin that, this coin this, how do I buy this, how do I buy that, I bought this much, so and so. That's how you know when we're in a bull market. And I have been telling you guys in my opinion, for the last 6 months of this channel and on Twitter, we were not in a bull run. We were in an anticipated market where people were spending an influx of cash that were already in the market. We're not getting new users. We're not getting new people. It's slowly starting to happen into projects like TitanX, right? But it's not happening in the market as a whole, and that's what it's going to take. So I just wanted to hop back on, make another video. I plan on going back to my old routine and making one video a week at least. I'm going to aim for 2 a week, so my goal is 1 video every 3 days. Let me know what you guys want to hear. I'd love to do deep dive videos about the market as a whole and things like that, but I don't want to make videos if my audience doesn't want to watch them, right? I'm trying to grow the channel. I appreciate everybody that's liked. I appreciate everybody that's going to comment. I appreciate everybody that has subscribed and will subscribe. I appreciate everybody that's going to share. And guys, we're trying to build something here, and I'm trying to give you the best advice that I can and how I'm going about this. But just keep in mind, this is one dude's opinion. None of my videos are financial advice. I don't know anything. I'm just some random dude talking to his screen, hoping that a couple people watch this video, right? So till next time, love y'all. Peace.